In a forest cloaked in ancient shadows, there lived a wolf unlike any other. This wasn't a wolf of fang and fury, but one burdened by a strange and isolating gift. He could only speak the absolute truth. Every word he uttered was a mirror to reality, sharp and unflinching. And because of this, he was utterly alone. No pack would have him, for his truths cut deeper than any claw. "That rabbit is too fast for you," he'd tell a hunting brother, who would then snarl and stalk away in failure and frustration. "This territory is weakening. The deer are moving east," he'd warn the alpha, only to be met with a growl and accusations of spreading fear. The other animals of the forest, from the gossiping squirrels to the proud stags, all learned to avoid the wolf whose words brought no comfort, only cold, hard fact. They called him the truth-teller, but it was a name spat with scorn, not respect. One evening, as a sliver of moon hung in the sky, a lost little lamb stumbled into the wolf's territory. She was shivering, her fleece matted with burrs, and her eyes wide with terror. She had heard the whispers about the truth-teller, the lonely wolf whose words were daggers. But she was more afraid of the encroaching darkness and the unknown sounds that echoed through the trees. Trembling, she approached the wolf, who was watching her from the shadows of an old oak. "Please," she bleated, her voice a tiny thread of sound. "Can you help me? I'm lost, and I'm scared." The wolf looked at the small, helpless creature. Every instinct honed by a lifetime of brutal honesty surged within him. He opened his mouth to speak the truth. He could say, "You are small and weak. You will likely not survive the night alone. The forest is full of predators far more cunning than I, and your flock is too far to hear you." This was the truth. It was a factual, undeniable reality of her situation. It was a kind of truth that had earned him a life of solitude. He saw the fear in her eyes, a fear he knew his words would amplify into pure despair. But as he looked at her, another truth, a deeper one, surfaced in his heart. It was a truth he had never spoken, a truth about himself. He took a breath, and for the first time, he chose a different kind of truth. "You are scared," he said, his voice surprisingly gentle. "And you are lost. But you are also brave for seeking help." The lamb blinked, surprised. She had expected a harsh verdict, a declaration of her doom. The wolf continued, "The truth is, this forest is dangerous at night. But another truth is, I know every path, every shadow, and every safe hollow. I will guide you." He could have told her that protecting her was a risk, that it went against his nature, that it would make him a target. But the most important truth of that moment was her fear and his ability to ease it. So, he chose that truth. All through the night, he walked beside her. When she stumbled, he'd say, "The ground is uneven here. Be careful," instead of "You are clumsy." When a frightening sound echoed, he'd state, "That is only an owl. It hunts mice, not lambs," instead of letting her imagination run wild with monsters. As the first rays of dawn painted the sky, they reached the edge of the forest. In the distance, a shepherd's call could be heard, and the faint bleating of a flock. The little lamb turned to the wolf, her eyes no longer filled with fear, but with gratitude. "You told me the truth," she said. "You told me I was scared, but you also told me I could be safe." "Thank you." The wolf watched her run towards her family, a strange warmth spreading through his chest. He turned back to the forest, to his life of solitude, But something had changed. He realized that the truth wasn't just a single, sharp-edged stone. It was a diamond with 1,000 facets. You could show someone the cutting edge, or you could show them the face that catches the light. The truth of the lamb's danger was real, but so was the truth of her courage and his capacity to help. The real power wasn't just in speaking the truth, but in choosing which truth to speak. And in that choice, the lonely wolf finally found a glimmer of connection, a truth that might, one day, set him free. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.